Hey guys, it's Bro WACK, and here we are on the new stadium that we call Takeoff. I'm going to be using the AN94, and it's a good game except for the beginning because I get tons of EMP grenades get thrown at me, and you want to know who I blame for my misfortune with the EMP grenades? David Vonderhaar. It's so silly how people blame the community manager for all their misfortunes, but look at this. I get tons of EMP grenades thrown at me. You're going to see like throughout the beginning of this first half, I get tons of EMP grenades, but I'm not blaming David Vonderhaar. I'm blaming whoever has 2 EMP grenades in their pocket, and that was such a cock block right there. Like, I got a little taste of non-EMP grenade-ness, and then I get back right at EMP. I lose my HD-ness, and I have to play like this. And I don't know, EMP grenade just really upset me. But today, we're not talking about EMP grenades, even though they kind of do upset me. Let's talk about community managers, because for Black Ops 2, the community manager, if you guys don't know, is David Vonderhaar. That's why I kind of mentioned him at the beginning of the video. And he's been doing pretty much a pretty good job, at least in my opinion, for being the community manager for Black Ops 2. And if you guys don't know what the community manager is for like a video game, not just for Call of Duty, but a community manager for a video game, pretty much it's the one person that you can go to if you're experiencing a problem, whether it be there's a glitch in the game, or something's broken, or stuff's flying around, or you're falling out of the map, or whatever. And the way that you get a hold of the community manager, I don't know if they do email anymore, but I know for sure they do Twitter. They tweet at people, and if you have a problem experiencing with the game, then you can go to them. Say you're experiencing something with with Black Ops 2, you can go to David Vonderhaar and say, yo, something's wrong with the game, can you maybe look into this and fix it? And usually what they should do is say, yeah, sure, we'll look into it, and then they try to fix the problem. It's all boom, boom, good, good. But sometimes people take advantage that there is a community manager for Call of Duty, and a lot of people, they just take advantage of it, and sometimes they don't do what they're supposed to do with the community manager. Sometimes they treat it as their parents, and their EMP grenades still going again. Sometimes they treat the community manager as their parents, just wanting them to listen to them and complain like, where the A94 is too overpowered, where your game sucks, where EMP grenades are too overpowered, where, and they just jabber at David Vonderhaar, and it's so annoying. And one thing I want to also mention, I mentioned this in another video, is that after the sniper patch, you know, the 0.2 seconds for the DSR and then the nerfing for the ballista, after that patch, David Vonderhaar has had to have extra security around him so that people wouldn't try and kill him because of 0.2 seconds added to Black Ops 2. And it's so silly how David Vonderhaar has to have security around him when he's going to places like MLG events, or just, I don't know, whatever he has to do, and has to have security around him. And it's just, I don't know, it's so bad. It's so bad that people actually have to have security around them when they're managing a video game. And I don't even think at the beginning of Black Ops 2, David Vonderhaar really was assigned the job. I think he was just kind of like, yo, you're kind of being the community manager. You just want to be the community manager? Yeah, David Vonderhaar, yeah, you be the community manager for now. And he's like, wait, what? Derp, and I think that's what happened. I'm not too sure. I don't think he was like fully assigned the community manager. He was the developer, and I think the lead community manager. So I don't know what his story is, but now that Call of Duty Ghosts is coming out, they actually got a brand new community manager, and it's kind of different. The community manager is a girl, which we've never seen before. And well, actually, let me mention the girl's name. Her name is Tina Palacios. I'll link her Twitter, and I'll put a picture on the screen for her probably, but she's the new community manager for Call of Duty Ghosts. Usually we don't see girls in the scene for Call of Duty, so this will be a pretty different experience. I picture some sexual harassment going on in Call of Duty Ghosts when they get sniped or killed by Riley the dog or whatever, so I'm picturing sexual harassment in the near future for Tina for Call of Duty Ghosts. But the previous community manager for, I think, Modern Warfare 3 and Modern Warfare 2, I don't know, but Modern Warfare 3 was for sure Robert Bowling, and we know how Modern Warfare 3 went. We know how the community management went and how everything was handled for Modern Warfare 3. To summarize it all up, it sucked. The community management really did suck, and here we're going to transition to the second round. The second round is the better part of this video, I guess you could say. I get my 2 streaks, the Stealth Chopper and the VSAT, and then I'm going to go on my VTOL Warship streak. I'm going to speed it up. You know how I do in the second half here on Takeoff. But back to Robert Bowling and his suckiness for community management. I don't know if it's for him to blame or the studio to blame, but I don't know. Tina, you better do a good job for Call of Duty Ghosts, because a lot of people are really, this could be their last Call of Duty that they get, and if you don't manage the community very well, a lot of people could hurt you, your studio, the game, a lot of other people relating to Call of Duty, and that's kind of what the community manager, I keep saying manager, community manager is all about, is to manage the community, to keep them under control, to not let them go wild. Robert Bowling, I'm not going to argue and say he did a good job. If anything, he did a poor job. David Vonderhaar, he's doing a better job, at least in my opinion. He's actually talking to us. A community manager that actually talks to us. It's so crazy, I know, but he actually does talk to us. From what I'm seeing, he manages the community pretty well, which is his somewhat job. He's the lead developer and the community manager. And he also just interacts with us like a bunch. He goes to MLG events, and he just goes to all these different kinds of events for Call of Duty, which I don't think other managers did. And for Black Ops 1, I think the community manager was, I don't even know his name, but I know his Twitter name, which is JD2020. You may be familiar with the name, but I haven't heard any good things from JD2020. I haven't heard any good things from Robert Bowling. Some pretty negative things for Bowling, if you ask me. But for David Vonderhaar, I'm hearing a lot more. A lot more people know that David Vonderhaar is the community manager, and if you know who the manager is for Call of Duty, I gotta say, you're doing a pretty good job. You wouldn't, let me try to make a comparison. If there is a good baseball player in the MLB, you'll probably know his name more than likely. Same with community management. If you know who the community manager is off the top of your head, more than likely they're doing a pretty good job, or they really do suck at their job. But if they really do suck at their job, he or she may probably have been already fired by now. And now Call of Duty Ghosts has a new manager, so we'll just see how Tina does. Hopefully, girl, you do a good job, and hopefully the sexual harassment will be kept at a minimum, hopefully. But I'm gonna sign off. Not a bad game, a 50 bomb for Takeoff, and I'll see you guys later.